Not legalizing weed has to be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. My short years of living, pardon the hair, having a bad day. Now, smart people will say, well, how can we legalize alcohol and cigarettes, but not legalize marijuana? It makes no sense. Others will look at that and say, well, we already legalized two. It makes no sense to do three. That's just adding on to the bad. Okay, if you don't drink and you don't smoke, kudos to you. But does that give you the right to decide that nobody else should because of something that you don't do? I don't like certain types of food, but who would I be to say, you know what, that shouldn't be done because I don't like it? All too often you hear these people talk about government being too much in their life, yet these are issues that they want to decide for other people. The same way I can't decide what foods you put in your mouth based off of what foods I don't like. Who are you to tell me I can't smoke based off of the fact that either you tried it and it wasn't for you, or you just don't like it based off of what you heard, or what you believe. You believe the myths of, a bunch of people sitting around on bongs and lazy in the house doing nothing and so forth and so on. If you believe that, then yeah, a lot of people smoke marijuana. People with jobs, people who are smarter than you, people who are not smarter than you, people who make more money than you, people period smoke marijuana. It's just one of those things. Am I a user of it? Hell yes. It is my escape of choice, but as I said, who is anyone to tell me what I can and cannot use to escape the world? Some people like to read to get away from reality for a while. Others may take a shot or two of some sort of alcohol. Some people listen to music. People that write poetry. Many different remedies to the hardships of life. But if I wanted to roll up a nice joint, light it, sit back, and think about life, where I'm headed, and what I need to do next. Who is anyone to tell me, well, you can't do that because it's going to make you lazy, it's going to kill your blood cells? You know what? I'll be lucky to get 60 years on planet Earth. Partially because I'm black. And I don't mean that as any sort of racial thing. But, black folks, especially black men, we run into a lot of health problems. So if I get 60 years out this motherfucker, I'll be happy. I already broke one record. I'm over 21. Lived in a bad neighborhood and, still here. Don't have a jail record. College student. Criminal justice. But in all seriousness, weed? Are you serious? I'm 23, right? I'm pretty sure when my generation comes into power, and what I mean by that is, let's say in my 40s, that'll probably be my generation as far as politics are concerned. Those who have political power. I never really aspired for anything like that. I mean, and criminal justice, if I could just help people properly and, stop a whole lot of bullshit that goes on with some of these laws and how it's treated certain cases and people over the years, and I'll be happy to just do that. But I don't seek any sort of political power. I don't want that much say-so over anyone else's life. Nor do I want to have the power to make others vote on how others should live their lives. Even if you guys didn't, but I'm pretty sure my generation will actually legalize it. My thing is also this. Even if you didn't want to legalize it, a man or a woman should not go to jail for smoking weed. You just shouldn't. You should be able to grow a plant or two in your home. You should. And what's sad is, they leave that to, well, that's state rights, and then it's federal, then it's state. Stop trying to twist shit up. Which is why I can't wait till my generation comes into power, because we won't have all this bullshit. We really won't. Because there are way too many people in my generation who see marijuana for what it is. They do. I mean, people are going to smoke it whether it's illegal or not. But when you actually prohibit people from getting jobs on drug tests because of the smoking of marijuana, are you not potentially creating actual criminals because of stupid shit like that? I mean, would it be cool if they said, we're going to also test your blood for people who may drink alcohol. And if you drink alcohol, then we don't want you to work for us. I mean, really? Am I really going to come to work high? It just makes no sense. For safety. We don't want you to come to work high and, do something. I could understand crackheads and, cokeheads and people who use crystal meth. I can understand that. Certain side effects come with those sort of drugs. Steal, erratic behavior. But marijuana, I would probably come to work and actually have a good day. And I'm not advocating coming to work high. I'm just saying, if you're gonna look at it as I'm gonna smoke weed and come to work high, then let's be serious. The same way you drink and you obviously have to provide yourself with some sort of money to get your alcohol. People do more run-ins in stores to try to grab beers and alcohol bottles than you've ever heard of anyone saying, oh yeah, well, I'm out on the streets robbing people so I could provide for my weed habit. But alcohol and beer is fucking legal. They sell that shit to kids on the regular. In my neighborhood, I could get a bottle of alcohol or a bottle of beer since I was like fucking 11 or 12. My mother sent me to the store. My father sent me to the store. And shit, most of the time you wouldn't even have to say that shit. These fucking Koreans don't give a fuck. If they getting paid, they don't give a shit. Well, because the kids ain't gonna snitch out where they got the shit. Because once they get off punishment, they just want to do it again another time. Made no sense to me. Even when you guys tried to ban the 4 Loco shit, well, I think you did, right? You only did better for the business. People were buying that shit by the caseloads on what is now a 4 Loco black market. Could you imagine how much a fucking case of 4 Loco is going for now? Great job, America. Great job. But marijuana, I mean, do you really want me to constantly go and deal with shady people for the sake of marijuana when I could actually probably be spending money at Home Depot to make sure that my weed plant is growing properly? Spending money in stores, adding to the economy, into the pockets of the guy standing on the corner who also sells crack and other shit. Come on, make your mind up. Weed people, we're not lazy people. We're actually very innovative, creative beyond belief, very deep thinkers. Shit, we're probably part-time philosophers, if you want to be serious about it. The same issue that you could talk to with another guy. Talk to that shit, talk the same shit with a pothead and see how deep he gets with it. Now people may laugh and think and think that's funny, but the same way alcohol affects certain people different, weed affects other people different also. I know some people who don't like weed because they smoke it and they feel paranoid. I don't like alcohol, but what I say because I don't like it, ban it? No. And that shit has caused behavior that has gotten women raped. Men have came home and beat their children and beat their wives. I mean, drunk driving is, what else needs to be said about that? But I mean, those behaviors derive from alcohol in certain individuals. But because I'm unbiased, I will say everyone is going to react to alcohol differently. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feeling. I mean, it was cool when, it's cool when you're, feeling all buzzed up and things of that nature, but once you start to come down from it, then, yeah, I didn't like that morning feeling. I believe you guys call it a hangover. Yeah, it really wasn't my thing. But marijuana's never made me feel that way. At all. Marijuana's never, it's just never given me any feeling. I don't even laugh. Like, I hear most people say, like, well, I laugh at everything and I find everything funny. I don't do that. Shit, I don't even get the munchies. When I smoke marijuana, I want to find some sort of documentary on TV. I might even watch some sort of anime cartoon or something like that. But for the most part, if I could find a good documentary on television about stuff that I like, politics, war, urban documentaries, not as far as hip-hop and shit like that, but just things that go on in the street, horrific crimes, and just things of that nature. Not that I like seeing it, but just reinforces in you what actually takes place. But see, that's what weed does that to me. But will it do that to everybody? No. If you roll the dice the same way with alcohol, despite all the things that I told you alcohol does, now we all know that it does to certain types of people. Who are you to judge me on marijuana when you clearly are telling me, despite the fact many women have been raped on drunken dates, children and women have been killed when men have come home with attitudes from bullshit. Women who drink have abused the children also. It's true. A lot of women like that are in jail. Guys who've had out, men and women who've had alcohol problems, who've lost their jobs, their home, their families, turned into bums on the street. People have operated their vehicles and killed people. Despite all of that, if you're willing to roll the dice because you drank it and you felt okay about it and it did nothing to harm you per se, despite all the other horrific shit that is there, why can't I smoke my weed? So, comment, rate, subscribe. If not, totally cool with that. You might want to pass this on to somebody else, spark the debate. It's about time. I mean, if we're going to really rally for weed, let's rally on those talking points. Real talking points. The same way they like to put you in the corner, put their backs against the wall too. And if we can't have weed, we need to start going after other shit that is actually doing people harm. I guarantee you'll see some leeway with weed. Until then, signing off.